So Fever fans are super, super hyped about this rookie right here. Super hyped. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, I'm speaking like it's inevitability that this is the player that makes their roster. And you just never know who's going to make it. And me speaking like it's an inevitability is probably doing a bit of a disservice to a player as good as Bree Hall. But I do want to say, Michaela Timpson. Michaela Timpson looks like that player. Like, we saw this in the clip. Her wingspan is stupid. Like this, I saw this from Ken Swift, obviously screenshotting it. But like, this is an off pass, by the way. If you guys didn't see in these clips, I've already said it in a video. Like, this is an iffy pass by Caitlin Clark. And she's able to catch a pass thrown behind her. Like, this pass is thrown behind her with a defender there. She's able to catch it like this and not only use her 6'10 wingspan to get the pass, able to get it into her hands and up quickly. Which is not easy to do. There is a level of coordination you need to pull that off, which is not easy. Which is absolutely not easy. Not only that, I did see Ken Swift sharing this, and by the way, again, we're all waiting on the first dunk. Natasha Howard, gone ahead and dunked that. Like, Natasha Howard, she seems like she is mini Natasha Howard. Is there anything else posted from the Out Correlation Twitter, which again, is where we're getting some major, major news. But Caitlin is already testing the limits of Michaela's catch radius. Lob City, here we come. And like, the fact that there's I'm not joking when I say this, there's literally a clip of her catching a lob. Like, this looks to be the perfect player. It's like Temi with more upside. Like, is she better than Temi right now? No, but it's Temi with more upside. This is, like, I just have to admit, I just have to say it. There are some times where I'm like, this is the perfect fit. Maybe, maybe not the perfect fit for every team, but the perfect kind of bench player for Caitlin. She can just come in and run if Natasha Howard gets injured. She got injured for a lot of last season. If she gets injured, Michaela Timpson comes in. And I mean, you're seeing everything. You're seeing all of the responses, all the clips from that video. Just imagine if the team moved up in the draft and instead of trading their pick, took Malonga and Cece had a big 6. You do realize to get into number 2, right? Like, Kelsey Mitchell essentially went for number 2. Or instead, they got number 2 for Jewel Lloyd. But whatever way it was, Kelsey Mitchell was number 2. Even though the Storm did end up getting her for Jewel Lloyd. But let's be real, Kelsey Mitchell was what that number 2 was worth. Kelsey Mitchell had similar value. Sorry, Kelsey Plum. Did I say Kelsey Mitchell? Kelsey Plum. They would have had to have given up Kelsey Mitchell. They would have had to have signed and traded Kelsey Mitchell. Core and traded Kelsey Mitchell for the 2 pick. And that's what they would have had to have given up. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, or Lexi Hull, the 8th pick, their next year's first round pick, and their first round pick a year after that, to get Dominique Malonga. There was no way they were ever getting Dominique Malonga. We can be honest here. There was no way the Indiana Fever had any chance in hell of getting Dominique Malonga. But instead of getting Dominique Malonga, you get the next best thing in Michaela Timpson. Especially if this is the archetype of player that the Fever are looking for. How many players are better at that archetype in the draft than Michaela Timpson? You're looking at not Kiki Iriafen. I don't think she plays with enough motor. Anissa Morrow's not big enough. Anissa Morrow, we've seen it. Anissa Morrow's like 5'11" max. And for anybody saying, these are what these players are listed as, she's actually 6 foot. She's actually 6'1" that she's listed as. No, there's a reason why. There is absolutely a reason why these players got drafted where they were. Like, have you guys not seen the Dallas Wings picture? You see JJ Quinterly is here. JJ Quinterly is here. JJ Quinterly is meant to be 1 inch shorter than her. Like, she's 5'9". Paige is like leaning slightly. So Paige is about 5'11". She's 5'9". So that's probably about right. She's probably true 5'9". She's meant to be 5'8". They've said it. They're like, she stood beside people that are 5'4" and is shorter than them. So she's about 5'4", and people are wondering why JJ Quinterly fell so much. Oh, she's a 5'8". She's a 5'4" two guard. So when it comes to Anissa Morrow, yeah, if Anissa Morrow was 6'1", you could say Anissa Morrow is maybe a better pick for that archetype. But Anissa Morrow is about 5'11", which I know is not the end of the world, but it matters. And you're looking at a legit 6'2" with a freakishly long wingspan in Michaela Timpson. QB1 finding out who can handle those dimes. Caitlin / Michaela. Like, everybody is just hyped. And again, it's a mad one. Caitlin, we might have found another wide receiver. But, like, this is her catching a lob. She caught a lob and she's, like, almost at the rim. Like, this is as good of an athlete as there is in this draft. And is a lockdown defender. Last place exactly was talking about. Caitlin's going to take athleticism for granted. Never going to lessen because she's going to bail her every time. I've no idea. 21x22. Think the Fever should revisit the list. We should be able to keep at least 2 of these rooks. Unless you're going to cut. The only way that they don't they keep 2 of the rookies is if, ironically, it's going to come down to Michaela Timpson being so good that they're confident in throwing her out there straight away and being a rotation piece straight away, rather than an end of the bench player for Bree Turner. And rather than having Bree Turner as an end of the bench player, having Bree Hall instead of Bree Turner. That's the only thing. But that would actually, ironically, rely on Michaela Timpson getting into the rotation. It's not going to be to do with Bree Hall's play. It'll be to do with how good Michaela Timpson is. And if Timpson hoops in preseason and is going to be that backup power forward / backup center, like, there's a chance Bree Hall doesn't make the team. But that's the only chance. Sorry, there's a chance Bree Turner doesn't make the team. Bree Hall does. Sorry, I mixed up my Brees. But that is, that's pretty much it, lads. Obviously, just crazy athleticism, crazy wingspan, and there's a reason why. She is exactly what the team needed. There's a reason why teams were so hyped when it came to, like, Temi, because of exactly what Temi did. Temi just ran, but I stand by it. Michaela Timpson was the perfect pick, and I originally wanted them to take Serena Sundell because I thought Serena Sundell was best available, and I still think Serena Sundell is going to be a really good player in the league. And I just think long term, I just don't like small point guards. Just an opinion, I don't like small point guards, especially small traditional point guards. Sydney Colson at least play defense, but I would have much rather kept Grace Berger and gone for Colson. I would have much rather drafted Sundell and had Colson kind of move off the team. But honestly, Michaela Timpson, the Fever GMs, the Fever front office know a lot more than I do, because she seems to be the perfect player. And I think every fan is excited to see what Michaela Timpson does for the Fever. Because let's be real, she's not just all athleticism. It's not just like no output. Florida State were decent last year, and she averaged 17 and 10 with 3 blocks. She averaged nearly 5 stocks a game. No one else in college is putting up those numbers. But anyway, I'll see you guys.